Good afternoon. It is July 4th, 2024, and it is a Thursday. Here in Sherbrooke, it is a sweltering 28 degrees Celsius, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hot, it's sunny, it's nice out. I'm going to go out. I haven't been out yet. It's 5:32 p.m. Speaking of the number 5, the sunrise time has two fives in it. It runs at 5:05 a.m., and it will set at 8:38 p.m. That is 15 hours and 33 minutes of sunlight. Back to AccuWeather, by the way. So the days are getting shorter. Yeah, I'm sorry for not putting out weather reports for 2 days, and then yesterday's weather report, putting it out, recording it in an unorthodox fashion, but then putting it out today. I was at the studio with Bob until very, very late, working on his album, which is going to be coming out finally in 2 weeks. On the 19th, on July 19th, Personal Taste by Bob Taste is going to come out. There's no songs from it out yet, but they were hoping to put a single out next week. But I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pre-order it. It's going to be good. Bob's a great musician. But today I'm going to go play cards, yes, but I got to go get my deck, make a few modifications. I gotta hurry up since I wanted to go to the mountain, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to go to the mountain and grab my deck and do all that stuff. It's been difficult to get activated. I talked to my roommate a lot today, which was good. The neighbor's still there, but the landlord came today, and he's given him until Monday to clear his stuff out. But I mean, there was a social worker there. Trying to find this guy a place to stay, which I don't. It doesn't matter. It just I get it, and I also understand it. It's just because I understand the social worker or counselor or whatever. His job is to just get this guy a place to stay, because whatever the situation is, his place to stay is gonna be better than him just living on the street. I understand. He's got no place to go, but he doesn't seem to really want to accept any sort of help. The cops, he didn't even accept to see a social worker until the cops came and talked to him for 45 minutes. But I mean, the social worker from the cops with a cop, social worker, whatever. It's just it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I'm tired of it. And he's still there. Still, whatever. But I mean, it's supposed to rain this weekend, so I don't know. It's just stressful, but that's not the point of this weather report. I mean, talking about rain is the weather. I just want to leave the house and go out into the world now. Today I'm thinking about Radiohead. I can't believe I haven't talked about Radiohead yet, but I'm thinking about Radiohead, and I'm thinking about the song Morning Bell from Amnesiac. Why? Because it's a good song. You probably know Radiohead. If you don't know Radiohead, you're in for a treat. Or not. Or you might not like it. But it's considered to be one of the greatest rock bands of all time. And I agree. And if you already know Radiohead, you've already probably made up your mind. You might like him. You might not like him. But you know what it is. If you don't like him, give him another chance. A lot of people for OK Computer and No, I'm not talking about the version from Amnesiac. I'm not talking about Morning Bell Amnesiac. No, I'm talking about the version from Kid A. I'm sorry. It's just that I've listened. I don't know. I did the whole Amnesiac thing. You know what? No, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to talk about Life in a Glass House, because I think that is a really underrated Radiohead song. It's really good. And that is a closing track from Amnesiac. I guess I am going to talk about Amnesiac. Because there's two versions of Morning Bell. One on Kid A, and if you don't know, Kid A and Amnesiac are culled from the same session. They were recorded. They're songs from the same recording sessions, but split into two albums, which are actually quite distinct. And I think probably, technically, I would say that Kid A is a better album. It's a more consistent album, but I mean, Amnesiac has some of their best songs, Life in a Glass House, Pyramid Song. I love the version of Morning Bell on there. It's totally different from the one on Kid A, and I don't know which one I would consider to be the better one, really. I mean, both are just really fantastic. But yeah, I think Kid A's probably a better album, in my opinion. But um, You and Whose Army? I mean, it's got so many fucking great songs on that album. I think it's got like more, maybe a higher proportion of no, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Life in a Glass House is amazing. It's the closing track. It's got this like sort of like big band, like this jazz band from New Orleans, which is playing along. It's very loose and sort of in contrast to a lot of like even then, like you think about so I was gonna say like how precise a lot of the stuff is, but on Amnesiac, I mean, you have like Pyramid Song, which is like precise, but it's got this weird like wonky swung rhythm. Not wonky, but just it's just this like the song, and there's videos about it. I highly recommend if you're like into music theory, looking up songs about Pyramid Song, the rhythm of Pyramid Song, which is in 4/4, but it just swung in this weird way. But then like, and then also how they took Morning Bell, which is in 5. I don't remember. I have to count it out again. But then they do a 4/4 version, which sounds amazing as well, and it's recognizably the same song, but it's in a different time signature. It's so cool. But there's some. I think it's just because like the first time I really like listened and interiorized this song was during the pandemic when I was eating a lot of cannabis, and I'd eaten some cannabis, so it like hit me really hard. But there's like something strangely sarcastic and pessimistic. I mean, let's look at the lyrics. I need to leave, but especially the way that Tom sings in the chorus. It's love Tom York's voice so much. It's one of the most beautiful sounds in the world. It doesn't matter. It's so good. It's so good. Listening to Life in a Glass House. If you haven't heard Radiohead before, though, like I think the best album is In Rainbows. It's crazy. Like I remember downloading it the day that it came out and listening to it and not liking it. And now it's like it's my favorite Radiohead album. And the album, just I think I was also because I was like a big musical contrarian for a long time. The album that got me into Radiohead was King of Limbs. King of Limbs, which a lot of people consider to be the worst Radiohead album. And you know what? Maybe it is. I think it's weird. It's not extremely weird. It's weird for Radiohead. It's like it's short and it's very different in sound, and it's less like of a monument, It's more just like it sounds like they're just experimenting and had a lot of fun making it. But it's really good. It's so good. And that's the crazy thing about Radiohead is like the worst Radiohead album is still very, very, very good. I mean, I guess like their first one, but even then, it's like it's an okay like It's a good alternative rock record from the early '90s. But it just, I mean, you've got the weight of like so many masterpieces, and it's to the point where like. I've thought about this a lot since 2016 when they put out Moon-Shaped Pool. That like, if a Moon-Shaped Pool is the final Radiohead album, and this is not, I don't think, much of a controversial take. Like I've heard other people say this at different points on the internet, but like, if they don't put out another album, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Like I want them to put out more music, but like. I'm satisfied with that as the end of their album releasing career, like ending on a Moon-Shaped Pool. Like it's so good. It's a fucking masterpiece. And ending on True Love Waits, which was, if you don't know, it was a song. I believe it was written around the time of OK Computer, maybe even before. But like, I think so. It's old. Like it's been like a while. And yeah, and then finally, we just releases the final song, on this, and I think Tom York's like partner or ex-partner, like I guess the mother of his like kid or kids, like died. I don't know, and like I think a lot of people thought that it was put because of that. I don't know. I don't recall. It's been several years, but yeah. But I'd recommend In Rainbows as a masterpiece. I mean, of course, yeah. Okay, so Kid A, like I didn't really like I'd heard OK Computer when I was in high school, but I didn't really like get Radiohead until I heard uh, not get Radiohead, but like I didn't get why people were so into this music and why it was so big and so popular until I heard Kid A later on, and I was like, oh, I think it was like after I'd heard. I think I just also like didn't even want to like get into Radiohead because I was being a contrarian. It was like after I heard The King of Limbs, my friend was like, you should listen to Kid A, and I listened to Kid A, and I was like, oh, okay, like now I understand why. Um, but it's all good. I'm not a fan of like the bends. I warmed up to OK Computer. I listened to it a couple years ago, and I was like, yeah, like I understand why people like why this is so many people's favorite album of all time. Yeah, the first one I don't really think I've heard it. The Bends, I've heard it a couple times, but I don't really give a shit. Uh, but yeah, starting with like Kid A, Amnesiac, Hail to the Thief I've heard less, but is still very good. I thought this was going to be a very quick video. I have to leave like pretty much right now, but I love Radiohead, and I want to talk about Radiohead. And I saw them live, and it was one of the worst shows I've been to. Not because of Radiohead; they were probably great. I just couldn't hear anything, so I was in a hockey arena all the way in back, and the sound was awful. And it was super disappointing. But my favorite Radiohead song is probably "Videotape." Yeah, it's probably "Videotape." I like "Separator" a lot. I love Life in a Glass House. Morning Bell. Love Idiotech. Love Everything in Its Right Place. I love All I Need. And Jigsaw Falling to Place. And Weird Fishes. And listen to In Rainbows. And listen to Amnesiac. And listen to Radiohead. And listen to Life in a Glass House. It's so good. This band is so good. And it's like, I can't say they're, I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't know. Just listen to it. I don't know what I'm saying. I need to get out of here. Later tonight. Let's see here. Later tonight. I've got to get up early too, because I got to do some janitorial work. Later tonight. It's gonna start going down. After the sunset's it's gonna be down to 23 degrees Celsius, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. It's some chance of rain, like right around now. 47% chance. It's gonna go down to 21 degrees Celsius, 69 nice degrees Fahrenheit. So that's it. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna go play. I want to play cards. I don't know. Yes, I do, but I'm just gonna lose, which is fine. But I've been losing a lot. No, okay, I'm gonna go. Everybody, have a great night.